everyone, and welcome to your first lesson in Python. In this video, I'm going to give you a quick crash course on how to create and write and compile and execute a Python program. Now, files in programming languages are usually just pretty simple things. They're just regular old text files, but they usually have some sort of a different extension, and Python's no different. So I'm going to show you how that works really quick. I'm going to create a new text document on the desktop. You can create yours in your My Documents or wherever you want to put it. For right now, we're not going to turn it in until later. And I'm going to call this one first program. And instead of .txt, I'm going to change the file extension to .py for Python. It's going to ask me, am I sure I want to change the file extension? And I say yes, I'm going to change the file extension. So now that we have a bona fide Python file here, I can open it up in the Python text editor. It is called idle. Now if you go to the Python website, they're going to call it an integrated development environment, which it is not. It's just kind of a simple text editor that will also allow you to compile and execute your programs. So I'm going to right click this file again, and I'm going to say edit with idle in the context menu. And that's going to give me the idle window here. And here's my file. And in this file, I can write my programs. And I'm going to write my first program statement here. And it is a print statement, which it's going to give me some sort of a text output. So I'm going to say print, and I'm going to add some parentheses. And in those parentheses, I'm going to put quotes. And I'm going to say hello world, which is the standard first programming statement that you write when you learn any new language, something most programmers do. So I'm going to print this and anything that I put inside these quotes. Let's take a look at the formatting really carefully here. You say print, you add some parentheses and quotes, and anything inside these quotes is what's going to be your output. So from idle, you can go up here to run, or you can just hit F5, which is a little bit easier. It'll ask you if you want to save the source code, which you do, and we're going to click OK, and that is going to bring up another window, which is the Python shell, which is where you get the output from your programs, and you can see it told us hello world. So you can see that these print statements are pretty easy. There's only a couple of things that you want to remember. One is that you can write multiple print statements, so I can print hello again, and if I hit F5, it will print my next statement down on the next line below. So you just want to be aware that Python's interpreter will run your code from the top down line by line. Now, the other thing we want to be aware of are escape characters. And I asked you to do a little bit of research on your own for that, or I will ask you to do that for lesson 1. You're going to find out what all those escape characters are in Python and what they mean. And just to give you a practical application of them, sometimes if I'm going to ask you to do ASCII art, which is one of the projects that we're going to do for lesson 1, some of the characters that you might be asked to use by the picture that you're trying to draw might be considered special characters inside of Python, and therefore inside these quotes they may not print properly. For instance, I have a set of quotes here that I'm going to use to enclose my statement, but then let's say within that statement I want to actually use quotes. So let's do this and that, and then if I run this, you can see I just get a blank line underneath here and nothing prints out. So I want to do something different with this. And what I can do is use the backslash character. So you can pretty much anything that doesn't print out properly, you can just put a backslash next to it, and that will theoretically escape that character so that you can actually get it to print out like it did here. So beyond that, all you really need to do is make sure that you save your files, Control S in most of the programs that we're going to be using, and make sure you keep them nice and tidy in a location where you can easily access them We're going to start turning those in on Thursday and Friday, so look forward to that.